Hey guys, welcome to Double Chat News. It's Dan.
It's Yi.
And we got a proposal story here, but this is a good one, I promise you. Okay, so one of the most widely known proposals was when, I think last year or 2 years ago, a Guangzhou guy bought 99 iPhones and arranged them in a heart. This wasn't a proposal, but this was a love confession.
Yeah.
Okay, so other proposals included, we did a whole video on that. They're lavish, they're extravagant. You guys know how they do it over there. I love this proposal because this is the exact opposite. It actually is like the non-ostentatious, very just cute and true love, I feel. Hopefully it's not made up.
I really don't think so because I feel like things like this could conceivably happen. It's not like, it's not so obvious that that's definitely fake.
Right.
It's just, the story is basically a guy promised his girl that he would buy her an iPhone 7 and they're both they both just graduated and they've been dating for 7 years, so they don't have a lot of money.
Right,
okay?
they're in school.
They just finished school,
right.
So they don't have a lot of savings, they don't have a lot of money, and they're very young. But he still promised her to get her an iPhone 7, right? And so he takes her to the Apple store, but just before they go in, he takes out a ring and pops the question. He's like, listen, I didn't get you an iPhone 7. It's because I spent all the money I was going to spend on the iPhone 7 on a ring for you.
Do you think he did it like that? Here's a ring.
I'm not sure if he would have gotten the answer he liked if he did that.
That was anime style. Anyways, that's what I love about the story because you could imagine, right? She's on their way there, and then right when he says, sorry, I didn't have enough money to get you a phone, she must have been like, womp womp. I bet you she wasn't that heartbroken because it seems like, they really love each other, so she's probably like, womp womp, oh well, it is redonkulously expensive.
Well, she was super happy to receive the ring though. She seemed like from the photo, she was like really excited, and I'm pretty sure she wasn't that bummed out about the phone. I'm sure down the road at some point she's like, so now that we're engaged, what do you think about that iPhone 7 that you were talking about?
Well, that's some of the haters, they were like, watch, when she gets home, she's gonna be like, but you promised me a phone too, right? I still get that, right? It's not like one or the other, right? Come on, guys. Look, and another part of this, right? She was using a pretty run-down, shabby domestic phone for a long time. So it's not like they're rich, like you said. They don't have the money. She's not blinging it out with like a Samsung Galaxy 7. It exploded, and then he was like, well, here's a, she cooked it on a hot pot, and then he was like, here's an iPhone 7,
Yeah.
I love that. And he saved up. It said he saved up for an entire year. And I think it's pretty real because look at the photos. It's just bystanders. There's nothing elaborate. There's no 25 luxury cars, 999 roses, 10,000 Sichuan chili peppers. There's nothing just like, here's my display of love.
Honestly, if he had to buy her this, and then think about how long it took him to save up for this, so then he'll have to delay his proposal by so long. So I actually understand why he did this because he's probably thinking, well, it's either the phone or this, and I think this is more important because once we have a life together, then we can work together towards that iPhone 8. And also they're like, is this an ad for that ring? Because there was a shot of that ring. Apparently that ring is a really popular brand. That has a possibility. There's a slight possibility of that because this is a very, when I read the story, it's like, oh, it's cute, it's true love. It's like, oh, it's two young people finding love. That's the kind of pure marketing promotion stuff that people love. The ring company was like, whoa.
They're like, yo, can we copyright that story? Yeah. And also there's no show off of the ring. So I really feel like, if it is product placement.
Yeah, they'll be like, look at this, And there was none of that. It was just them two, together.
The bystanders couldn't even get a good photo of them. Half the photos are from 20 feet away, them walking up the stairs. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. I'm wondering though, how, if I'm the bystander, did I go up? I must have found this out by going up to them and asking them or something. I don't know.
Well,
how do you find this out?
I'm pretty sure that. Actually, given this circumstance, that's really interesting because once that's also true. A lot of times you'll see these stories and you're like, how did they get the deets? How did people know that they were dating for 7 years and stuff like that? But I think
they must have asked them.
Look, okay, that's first of all. Maybe they asked them, or second of all, the photos came out and somebody reached out to them. Also possible.
Yeah, okay.
So we don't really know, but. It does seem interesting that people just know this information. A lot of stories are like that, where you're like, how did people find out about this information? That's really interesting.
Well, I hope this becomes the next trend because I'm just so sick of seeing like the crazy displays of wealth. I mean, it's just, it keeps happening. Then there's bouquets of flowers. That's the next thing. The most recent thing we did was like a stack of 6 million RMB. Like, come on.
Well,
come on.
You know, some people would argue that even a ring, like, is excessive. Like, you know,
True.
Like some people are like,
True.
well, you know, the
or
ring,
a big ring
the
is
ring
excessive.
was like invented by the ring companies, and the fact that guys have to save up a year or at least like half a year,
whatever it is, yeah.
Whatever, and there's a rule that it's like several of his paychecks or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and then
well,
people are just
I
quick,
mean, that does seem excessive. And nowadays, like some girls are like, well, if it's not a carat, if it's not 2 carats, I'm not gonna marry you.
Yeah.
Like there were stories coming out where the girl looked at it and it was too small, and she threw it back in his face.
Yeah. Well, I feel sorry for those people. So, like, you know, when Mike and I talk about ring stories and proposal stories, we always reiterate the fact that, you know, we're like, it's not about the ring, it's not about what you have, it's about the love that you have for each other.
Oh, so cheesy.
Anyways, guys, let us know what you think of this story. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
Bye.